What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome here if you are new. Thank you for joining me on today's video. I'm gonna try to fly through this video, you guys, just because my kids are up, out and about. It's very early in the morning. I didn't expect them to wake up this early, but here we are. So I wanted to get this filmed for you guys. So pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this spreadsheet by the Budget Mom. I don't know if you can see this little icon right here, but this is from the Budget Mom's website. It was a freebie. I added my little pumpkin to it. So what I'm going to do is go over the income that we made, how we're going to disperse all this for our bills, our expenses, debt, and then into our sinking funds. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, you guys. Actually, let me zoom you guys in just because I feel like I write kind of small and I want you guys to be able to see what I'm writing. Okay, so just right off the bat, let me let you guys know my husband does have several forms of income. He has one main income, which is his 9 to 5, and then he's also 1099 because he does work doing independent contracting. So here we go. We only got paid from his 9 to 5, so we're gonna write income number 1. That's what I call it. I'm actually not going to write in the budget. I'm going to write how much he actually made, just because I do utilize the budget column, but because he already got paid, I already know how much the actual is. So we're going to go ahead and write the actual. He got paid $1,292 with 0 cents. Okay, and then we are actually going to leave a buffer in the account of $200. So I'm gonna write it here. Don't get confused because this is not an income. This is just leaving $200 from his income in his bank account. We do have several accounts. He's gonna keep $200 in his, which brings our new total to $1,092. That is how much we're gonna be working with. Okay, so let's go ahead and do all of our expenses first. So let's start here. I want to write a number 1 because we're working in this box so I don't get confused. So we have Google Photos. Actually, this is his. He has Google Photos. The date comes out on the 1st of every month, and he paid $199 for it. Okay, then there is Amazon Prime. Some of these are his, some of these are mine, but they all come out from the same account. This comes out on the 3rd of every month, and this is $7.05. Then we have the internet / Wi-Fi. This comes out on the 4th of every month, and that ends up being $104.99. It used to not be this much, you guys. It was $84 before, but it jumped to $104, which is ridiculous. So we might have to switch again. Apple Music, because he uses Apple Music. That comes out on the 13th every month. And that is $10.99. $10.99. Okay, Disney Plus for the kids. And my husband, he loves watching everything on Disney Plus. That comes out on the 14th. And that ends up being $19.99. Oh my God, this is not a dollar sign. Hold up. That's what happens when you're not looking where you're writing. Girl, what is that? Let's fix that. Okay, that's good enough. That was funny. Okay. So Disney Plus ends up being, what did I say it was? $19.99. It used to be $13.99, you guys. That's crazy. Spotify, because I use Spotify. I love Spotify. I don't think I'll ever switch from it. It comes out on the 17th every month, and it's $13.52. And then Peacock, which is another streaming service, it comes out on the 20th every month. And how much is it? It's $19.15. We have car insurance, so let's go ahead and write that in. The car insurance comes through on the 24th of every month, and that ends up being $134 with 40 cents. Then we have the phone bill. So phone bill, the phone bill comes through on the 27th of every month, 27th, and that ends up being $84.42. $84.42. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Then we have Netflix. Netflix, which is, I'm sure you guys know, a streaming service. That comes through on the 28th of every month, and that is $20.28. 2028. Then we have iCloud Plus. That is for my husband. I don't have iCloud Plus. That comes through on the 29th, and it's $9.99. I believe it's $9.99, yeah. $9.99. And then we have the utilities, which is water, light, and all that good stuff, which comes out on the 30th of every month, and it's roughly $270. Okay. So these are technically all the expenses for the month. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ones that we ended up not getting taken out this month, which was from Spotify, down. So I'm sorry, not this month, but this pay period. So let's start with Spotify. So this one did not come out. Peacock did not come out. The car insurance didn't come out. Phone bill, Netflix, iCloud, and utilities. None of that came out. So we're only accounting for this much right here, which if you add that up, that ends up being $146. And we are left with $946 after those little expenses there. Okay, so let me see if I can move this up where you guys can see. I might have to fold this paper. Let me see. I might just have to do it like that. Okay, so actually we're gonna come down to here, debt. So the reason why we're not gonna do this yet is just because this gets taken care of first every time that we get paid. Some people let their debt roll over. We make sure that we pay it down every single time. So let's go ahead and write this in. So for the urgent care, we have debt. And for the anesthesiologist, what a weird word, right? So we're gonna bring that 946 over here. I'm gonna write it here in the actual $946. And for the urgent care, it ended up being the payment of $35.40. For the anesthesiologist, it ended up being a payment of $36 even. This now has changed to get taken out on the 10th every month. So I'm just gonna write 10th here, just because I have my dates written over here. So I wanna make sure that I have the dates here as well. Okay, so the total for this ends up being, when you add the $35.40 and $36, it ends up being $71 with 40 cents, which leaves us left over with $875 to use. Okay, now we're gonna come over here to 3. This is my third box here. I wanna start with that $875 that I told you about. $875. Okay, so we're gonna write miscellaneous just because we do have quite a bit of miscellaneous expenses, which is not necessarily good, but we are trying to fix that. And that's the whole purpose of doing these spreadsheets, so we can see where the money is going. So it ended up being, let me see, $100 in miscellaneous, $100 in takeout, and $80 for gas. When you add those three up, you end up with $280. Can you guys see that? There you go, $280, and we end up with $595 left over. So now we come to our fourth box, which is our final box over here, which is our savings / sinking funds. We're gonna write rent / moving. I'm gonna go ahead and write all the envelopes in first. vehicles. I know this is not exactly what they're called in my cash envelopes, but I'm writing them like this so they can fit here and I can have an idea of what it is. Okay. Medical, wedding, the kids, birthdays, and holidays. My lady, tattoo, trips, Disney/fun. Hopefully you guys can see this. Business, pets, and school. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and write in, and then this is what's going to determine also for my cash envelopes how much I'm going to be putting in for the cash envelope stuffing videos that you guys see me do typically. So let's go ahead and put it. This one I'm going to put in the budget just because if I put it in the actual and I change my mind, then, you know, I change my mind. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the budget, okay? So once again, we had $595 left over, $595 from down here, if you guys remember that $595 right here. So we bring it up here. We're going to put $200 into rent/moving. We're going to put $75 into vehicles, $50 into the emergency/medical fund. $50 is going into wedding. The kids are getting $25. Birthdays and holidays are getting $25. My lady is getting $50. I need to buy new clothes, you guys, like really bad. Tattoo is getting $25. Trips is getting $50. Disney and fun is getting $10. Business is getting $25. Pets is getting $10. And then I am not going to be putting anything into school just because right now my school is paid for, so I don't need to put anything into it. So now we're going to total all this up. When you total all of this, it should equal the $595. $595. Left over is 0. That is pretty much how I do my budgeting every single time that my husband brings home a paycheck. As you guys know, I do make money here and there, but I don't work. So most of the money that I make is from things that I sell online, for example, or any type of way, kind of side hustle that I can make money just to contribute and just to be able to have my own little money to spend on things that I want or need. So this is actually one of the lower paychecks. I know that that's not really a good amount of money for a larger family, and we are definitely working on that, hence why I do want to get into Airbnb. If you didn't see my last video, go ahead and check that video out where I discuss my cash envelopes and the meanings behind it and why we're saving for these envelopes. Please stay tuned for my cash envelope stuffing video where I will be stuffing these amounts in the envelopes. I also now have my savings challenges. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, you guys, and I will be seeing y'all in my next video. Take care, you guys, and enjoy your weekend. Bye.